So I've been very late to this topic, and I just missed it yesterday. Honestly, this was 11 p.m. last night, and there was a lot of stuff going on last night, so we had those videos. But we got to talk about this. This is obviously a video from Ken Swift, and it is talking about obviously the Caitlin Clark with the WNBA season and the New York Liberty owner, who is, again, the Liberty owner is one of those kind of like modern basketball owners who is very much kind of hands-on with their approach to everything, who is a competent owner. If we're being real, the Liberty owner is competent. I'm not going to say the Liberty owner is the greatest owner in the world or the worst owner in the world, but he is absolutely competent. I don't think anyone would argue that. Josiah is competent. But let's take a listen to what he has been saying about Caitlin Clark.
Shift to business and we can shift to basketball, but I think Caitlin Clark is out for the season, and there's just been a lot of controversy and attention that the WNBA is getting. What has it done right? What has it done wrong? Has the league been doing enough to protect her as a star in the face of the league? It's been almost a microcosm for just a social discussion. Do you want to just talk about that as what you see?
I still can't believe that, like, it's been how many years and the whole shit still gets brought up. Like, it's ridiculous.
Caitlin Clark definitely had an effect on the WNBA. All the metrics went up. So this was last season, right, when she first came into the league from college. And we've seen all of our metrics from viewership, ticket sales, sponsorship, everything went up almost 4x. 4x.
Four times. And this is the Liberty. This is the Liberty owner. This is not. This is absolutely not the Fever right here. This is the New York Liberty. And this is one of those teams that people are like, oh, the league is fine even without Caitlin Clark because of the Liberty. And people, I mean this when I say this, people always bring up the Liberty as like the picture of, oh, you know, the league's fine. The league is fine without Caitlin Clark, because basically people have always been talking about, you know, the Liberty, but even the Liberty went up 400%.
4x, right?
I mean, that's incredible.
That's incredible. So the economic impact that she's made to the league is extraordinary, undeniable. But because of who she is, you know, she's a little bit of a different kind of player. You know, she's a point guard. She's a smaller player.
Oh, he didn't want to say it. Because of who she is, and then had tripped up over himself. Because of who she is, like, I hate the fact that that's the truth. I really wish that the Caitlin Clark haters hated Caitlin Clark because of something that she did or said or like does on the floor. I really wish that was the case, but it's not. As much as they want to pretend it is, it's not. It's not. Like, some of them pretend it is, and they give the most bullshit arguments ever against Caitlin Clark. Like, there are flaws in Caitlin Clark's game. You can dislike her. You can whatever. You can say whatever, but it's like, it's always a thing where I'm like, Marina Mabrey crashing out, good. Caitlin Clark crashing out, bad. And by the way, it's the same difference with fans who claim to be Caitlin Clark fans going at like, it's one of those things where if Angel Reese does the exact same as what Caitlin Clark does, it's like when Angel Reese slapped the board. I'm like, is that worse than anything Caitlin Clark has done on the floor? Yes. Is it that much worse? Not really. Like, Caitlin Clark has gone mad to the extent where she's had her fucking coaches drag her back towards the bench. At the end of the day, like, no player is perfect, especially when it comes to controlling emotions on the court, especially when it comes to reactions. And no matter what side it is, like, I'll never have an issue with how a player reacts in the moment to something, because as a man who, like, struggled with that when I played, I would never question that. But yeah, still mad. Let's take a listen.
Player, the knock on her was she going to be able to withstand all the physicality of the league, and she's proven that she's able to do that. Unfortunately, there's been. I think it's always good to have rivalries, right? She has this rivalry with Angel Reese that dated back to college, but some people would like to pit it as a kind of a racial thing, or is it this or that? I think we need to look past that and just look at the skill set that's being brought into the league. Now we have so many great college players. I mean, the rookie of the year potential candidate is Sonia Citron. Have you ever heard of her before she came into the league? I mean,
No.
I think she just broke the record for the highest three-point shooting percentage in the league.
And I think Citron is an example for the first time probably ever that a player has gone from college, from a major college like Notre Dame, to the WNBA, and in their rookie season became more well-known in the WNBA. That was a relative unknown in the grand scheme of things. Yes, people that were really involved know who Sonia Citron is. It's like people who are really involved know who Olivia Miles is. But Sonia Citron became a much bigger name after she was in the WNBA, which is a rare thing to happen, which is really rare to happen.
So, you see tremendous amount of talent, and I think you ask what have they done right. I think it's a matter of just a confluence of good things coming into the league.
And what about the NBA? So you guys did just an enormous.
Yeah, just let me but the one thing that's really changed that is prior to the Caitlin Clark season, your average fan base that watches ESPN, basically, you guys are not watching women's basketball. Maybe some of them follow college, but certainly not the WNBA.
Right.
But now your average ESPN fan base, they are watching, the mainstream sports fan base are watching the WNBA.
I think she's a.
And that's the biggest, by the way, that is the biggest thing that changed last year. That is the difference, is the hardcore WNBA fans are still the hardcore WNBA fans. There's actually way more of them, and there's way more of them that will stay. The casual fan, when Caitlin Clark gets injured or Caitlin Clark is not playing, does not watch. And that is the reason why the Indiana Fever, with Caitlin Clark, have 3x the viewers of an average team. Non-Caitlin Clark games average like 700k viewers on ESPN. Games Caitlin Clark played average like 2.5 million. They average like 2.5 million. Like, it is 3 times. It is a big difference. And I feel like it is really important. It's a really important thing to say. And that one thing from Joe Tsai is like something that nobody will say, and it is the most accurate statement he has made, is that the average sports watcher did not watch the WNBA. Now they do. Or now they did. And that's the thing. That's why you need Caitlin Clark healthy and playing. Because let's be real. In that first season where Caitlin Clark played, and Angel Reese, in her defense, Angel Reese missed large chunks of last season too. That first season, who became like relatively household names in the grand scheme of things? Kennedy Carter? Absolutely. She became a household name. Dejanay Carrington became a household name. For better or for worse, Arike for what she did in the All-Star game. These players became household names. What player became a general sports household name that wasn't already one before last season? None. None. I mean this, none. I would say none. Because nobody, even the big performances, like 2 years ago, if Sammy Whitcomb had had that 35-point first half, or whatever it was, everyone would have been talking about it. Last year, I didn't even feel the need to make a video about it. That's how little I cared. I didn't even feel the need to make a video about that, because it's not how little I cared, how little people cared. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, that's the video. See you guys.